Okay, you wanted a video for the MCOM 258 gear? Well, here's that video. First shot we see is the bag and the tripod. Okay, this is where we're starting off with. So let's enjoy this little lesson on all the equipment. All right, here you go. Okay, presto. Now we are looking at everything that you will find in the bag when you get this to shoot your wonderful Tiny Docs. In here, you've got your camera. You have an audio cable to hook up for your microphones. You have two microphones, a stick microphone and a lavalier microphone. You may also know it as a lapel mic. You have a battery for the camera. You have a battery charger right next to the battery. How do you charge that? Well, basically, you plug it in to, I would assume, like a computer or another charging thing that with a USB connection. So you need that. It's not your typical charger. You put the battery on the charger. You can connect the metal to the metal, click it in there, and then hook it up to a USB import. So that's how you would charge that. And then you have another little gizmo there. It's for the SD cards. In one of these cameras, there is an SD card which you'll record on. And in this case, with the computers in our lab, we no longer have an SD input on the back of the camera, so we had to get an adapter. So there is an adapter in there. It lets you put your SD card into the one slot, and then you put in the C input in the back of the Mac to be able to take the video off your card and put it into the computer. Okay, here is our friend, the tripod. Don't forget to make sure you name your best friend. Look in the bottom, you can see a little circle there to open it up. We have this little pulling thing that opens it up like that, okay? And then what do? Just like that. And see how we go like this? Release. I'm just going to go like that. And then once again, release that. And you can make it higher or smaller. There's another set of, to make it taller if you want to, or make it smaller. So there's your tripod. It's a little off balance there. So what I'm going to do is going to move this around a little bit. And the first thing I'm going to do is to do your little arm here. You basically just unscrew that, bring it up like that, turn it over, boom, you got it. So did you happen to see that? It's right here. It's this little thing. So basically turn that, it loosens it and just kind of bring it up like that. It should be curving out there. It also lets you know that that is the back of the tripod. Okay, here we are back with our wonderful friend, the tripod, your best friend. Now what we got to do is we have to put the tripod, the camera, on the tripod. Here's a camera, here's a tripod. How do we do that? Well, if you notice, there's a little plate here, and this plate fits in perfectly with the tripod right here. You notice there's like little indentures there. These smoothly go in to right here, okay? So what you're going to do is, first thing you're going to do is, this little thing over here, I'm flipping up and down, making sure this little latch here, whatever you want to call it, little switch, make sure it's down because it needs to be loose. It's going to tighten things later. And if you notice over here, might not notice it, there's like a little red button. Let's do this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I hold, see there's a handle at the top of the camera. I hold that. I press down the red button on the side, and I just slide it in. It should slide in nicely, okay? But then you have to make sure you tighten it up. How you do that? There's a little latch I told you, a little switch here. That tightens it up, okay? I know it's probably kind of hard to see, but there's a little latch right there. Go like that, tightens it up nicely. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to put the battery in. Okay, we're going to put the battery in. It's in the back. It's behind the eyepiece, just beneath. Here is your battery. Okay, what you got to do is you have to make sure the See the metal part? That is the part, there's metal part in the back where you see it needs to be connected into. You got the metal part there. So basically what you're going to do is going to have all the way to the right and you're going to slide it over. And you should hear a little click. And there was a little click, so yeah, so basically to the right, boom, click, it'll click in. To take it off, what you gotta do is there's a little button like right above it. I mean, it's probably hard to see here, but see where there's like a little button right there to release and then pull it to the right. So you go to the left to put it in, go to the right to release it, okay? So once again, click right there, and then the battery's in.